leaders decided to boycott against Target. I told you guys, look, I'm all for a boycott. I'm the first to say I'm not buying your stuff. I don't care who you are. I have no problem with that. I haven't shopped at Target in 3 years. I don't really need to go there. What do I need to go there for? I just thought about that, the things I used to go to Target for, like paper towels, TP, that kind of stuff. It's cheaper at my grocery store. So I don't go to Target. I don't like going to Target. It's kind of a headache for me. So I haven't been in like 3 years. When the boycott started, it was, said civil rights leaders like Al Sharpton, Nina Turner was behind this. And people said that we're going to boycott Target because they decided to ban DEI. And I said, well, if you want to boycott them, stop buying their stuff. Just stop, go for it. Boycott, stop buying their stuff. Then later on, at some point, they decided to kind of beg Target, please get our products back up on the shelves. Please get the Black-owned businesses, their products back on your shelves. And this is where I had to turn the page. That's where Metallica came in, because I was just like, turn the page. I forget the original artist. Anywho, I had to, because here was my problem. They made it very clear to you that they did not want your products on their shelves. So there were a number of Black-owned businesses that they said, okay, these are not going to be a part of our shelving anymore, right? To turn around and to say, we want you to allow our products to be there, to me, it seemed like a waste of time, and it gave me begging vibes, and I don't like that. And so my response was, instead of putting that energy into asking Target to let you back on the shelf, take that energy, mobilize, and build your own. Build your own. And I had this conversation a while back. I told you guys, why not all of those people get together? People like Al Sharpton, who's for this, Jamal Bryant, Pastor Jamal Bryant, Nina, all these people that were pushing the boycott. Why not everybody just get together and make your own Target type business? Because I don't look, as I get older, I'm not trying to beg people for shit. I'm not. I'm not. I'm sorry. It comes with something as you get older. You're like, when I was in my 20s, I was a please, please, please person. Please, please, please. What did he say? Was it James Brown? He was like, please, please, please. Young, bushy-eyed and all that kind of stuff, and just was really wanting to make an impression, right? But as I got older, I was like, yeah, I don't really want to beg people for shit anymore. So if you don't want me or you say no, I'm just like, peace, deuces. Like, why are we going back and forth like this? It's just like, that comes from independent media too, by the way. I'm not begging. I got a rule. I'll ask you, I'll invite you on, I think it's 3, is 3 I'll invite you on 3 times. 3 times, and then if I don't hear from you at the 3rd time, I'm not doing this no more. Like, why I gotta beg? No. So they thought that it was best to try to work things out with Target to get those products back on the shelves, the Black-owned products back on the shelves. And let me show you what Target just did, because see, I be telling people, one day people learn to listen to me. So Target decided it would be a good idea to meet with the Congressional Black Caucus. See, this right here was a big red flag. CBC left unimpressed after candid meeting with Target CEO amid sustained boycott. It is no longer acceptable to deliver promises to our communities in private without also demonstrating those values publicly. That came from U.S. Representative Yvette D. Clarke. What did the Congressional Black Caucus think was going to come from this? And the moment I saw that the CBC was meeting with Target, I was just like, they ain't gonna get nothing done. Nothing's gonna get done. What has the CBC done? What are they doing? They can get things done for Israel. And they do. They prioritize them. They'll get things done there. But when it comes to this type of stuff, no, they ain't really trying to. No, they're not going to get anything done here, right? So they met with Target. I don't know how they thought that this was going to go. And it says here that the CBC leadership, that included Stephen Horsford, Troy A. Carter, Bobby Scott, they pressed Target's leadership for some clear answers on the consequences of the company's decision to scale back its diversity initiatives, the caucus said in a press release. So, okay, again, you going to Target, asking them why they did what they did. I thought they made that clear from the jump as to why they did what they did. And you still trying to play ball with Target. It's like trying to ask your ex to come back to you after they have already told you they don't want you. It's embarrassing. Let them go. Then this part here, last month during an earnings call with investors, Cornell shared that the nationwide boycott of Target led by Atlanta's Pastor Jamal Bryant and civil rights leaders had resulted in a decline in sales and consumer confidence. This is true. If you look up the numbers, things have declined. But even that did not make Target change their mind. And it goes on to say here, scroll down to this part. They went into the murder of George Floyd. I passed it. I'm sorry. Here we go. It goes on to say here, this is what Clark said. Black consumers contribute overwhelmingly to our economy and to Target's corporation bottom line. Our communities deserve to shop at businesses that publicly share our values without sacrificing our dignity. It is no longer acceptable to deliver promises to our communities in private without also demonstrating those values publicly. So anyway, long story short, Target is not going to do anything here. Okay. So I just don't understand this. I don't understand the strategy. I don't know who initiated this originally. I don't know if it was Al Sharpton. I don't know. But boycott is one thing. Begging is another thing. They don't want you, but they do want someone. And this is pissing a lot of people off. They decided their response to this is to partner with someone that is willing to play their game. And that is Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat is a very popular gamer, streamer. This young guy, like he's very young, I believe 22, 23, very young, multi-millionaire, has lucrative brand deals. Their response after meeting with the Congressional Black Caucus at the end of June is to make a deal with Kai Cenat, someone who's willing to play their game. Check it out. Target is fumbling the bag with Black shoppers and is hoping Kai Cenat can fix that. So you might recognize him. Very popular streamer. I see some people in the chat saying they can't stand him. Yeah. We're going to get to that part. You see how Target do you? You see what they do? So Target goes on to say, here it is here. Target is starting to feel like that toxic situationship we all were warned about, the one doing the absolute most to win you back without ever apologizing for the damage they cause. And the thing is, they don't have to. See, this is the thing. They know they don't have to. They know they don't have to apologize. That's why they're doing what they're doing. So they bring in Kai, the latest move, teaming up with popular streamer Kai Cenat and his content collective AMP, Any Means Possible, to launch a personal care brand called Tone, available exclusively at Target. So you see what I'm saying? You see how businesses are? They kick the other businesses off the shelves and say, nope, we're not going to keep you here because the DEI thing, etc. But then they make a deal with him. Someone who's not upset with Target. Someone who looks like you, but is willing to play their game. Companies do this all the time. They go with the people that is willing to kiss their ass or play their game. So this is their way of responding. And honestly, it's embarrassing. The CBC went up there to try to work something out with them, which I knew that wasn't going to get anywhere. And this is how Target responds. Walk away from them. They go on here to say, this group, which includes Cenat, Duke, Dennis, Agent 00, Chris Next Do, and I'm Davis, kicked off the campaign with a live stream sleepover inside a Target store. But while AMP celebrated the moment, viewers were far more conflicted. The internet was quick to point out the contradiction. Black creators partnering with a brand that not only pulled back its DEI commitments, but has also repeatedly fumbled opportunities to repair that harm, even in meetings with groups like the CBC and Reverend Al Sharpton. Fam, this deal with Kai Cenat, this is Target playing in your face. They playing in your face. It's like Kai crossed the picket line or something. You know, it's like there's always one that's what they know. There's one that we can get that's willing to come over our way and do things the way that we want them done. And this is why I continue to say people need their own shit. This is why all those leaders that came together, Jamal Bryant, Al Sharpton, all the resources and all the big platforms that they have, they could not put their heads together and create something of their own. No, we're going to beg Target. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think it's cool to be second best. I don't think it's cool to beg. I don't like it at all. And it makes me wonder, what is this really all about? Because I thought the boycott was to, say a F you to Target, but you got the boycott, but then behind the scenes, you still trying to work something out with them so you can get the products back on the shelf. I'm really confused. Walk the fuck away. That's my take on that. But this is even more personal because Kai Cenat said some things before that rubbed Black people the wrong way. Let me show you. And I'm going to show you from two different people. So people not like, oh, that's just Phil Scott's interpretation. No, I'm going to show you it from Phil Scott and I'm going to show you it from Karen Hunter. This was a year ago. Watch this.
Well, let's go ahead and roll the clip that a lot of people is bothered by.
All my who are not cultured at all, stop fighting. I don't want to hear, like, when I'm asking general questions, I'm not asking y'all, stop fighting. That is black. You're black. You're just black.
Just be yourself and hit them with hey. Also, I just bowed the Anarchy hoodie yesterday. Can't wait. Finna resubscribe in a little W female viewer. Big 2 months, December 9th.
Thank you so much. Bro, you're just fully American. You're African American, bro. That's it. How was that see you in 30? That wasn't an insult. That was strictly, you're black. You're not Trinidadian. You're not Jamaican. You're not African. You're not, word. You're not Ghanaian. You're not Dominican. You're not Puerto Rican. You're not Cuban. You are American.
I farted so loud.
So yes, Kai Cenat, we are black and we are American. But let me tell y'all what they view American is. They actually have more of an anti-black view. In their mind, American means white. It doesn't mean black. It means white. This is why he say you just black. But yet he's mentioned nationalities of other countries. But yet we're just black. No, we're black American.
Yeah. Yo, man, that was flat out disrespectful, dude. That was flat out disrespectful. And it wasn't just Phil Scott who called it out. I was shocked to see this from Karen Hunter. And yeah, I know someone already said it in the chat. Who was it? FM? Karen Hunter is a Democrat shill. Yes, she is. But she was right about this. She called it out as well. Listen to what Karen said here.
In a time such as this, it is unacceptable. And we should shout it from the mountaintops that this is unacceptable behavior. So I'm going to need Kai Cenat to shut your mouth as it relates to race and black people and this and that. You don't know enough, and whatever you feel and whoever you're around, they, you know, that money that is coming into your pocket. And this is problematic. You know, we have a generation of young people who don't have to go to work, don't have to read a book, don't have to go to school. They're making millions of dollars as influencers with no substance and depth. You know, there was a time when like a Paul Robeson, who we had a conversation about, lengthy conversation on the show, had to do all of the things and still wasn't making a whole lot of money. But he had to be an academic valedictorian, a football player, singer, songwriter. I mean, he had to do all of the things just to make ends meet. Now you don't have to be much of anything if you do something that people like. So he Twitch, which is where people watch people. We're a nation of voyeurs, by the way. People watch people play video games. He had a peak of 306,000 subscribers and a gaggle of advertisers, because those kind of numbers bring in the money, which is part of the conversation we were having about the WNBA.
And we'll pause it. We'll go ahead and pause it there. So I wanted you to see it from two different people. Yeah, that was pretty disrespectful. You know what he said about us, and I know he's very young. I get all of that. But I remember when I heard it a year ago, and I was just kind of like, wow, it really makes me feel some kind of way. But I showed you that to prove a point. That's who Target chose to make a deal with. Kai Cenat has deals with various companies. Like I said, he's young, but he's a multimillionaire. He is very successful. I'm not here to tell you he's not. I'm not here to tell you, you know, he's not good at what he does. Like, he's very successful. Obviously, he found something that he was very passionate about and did it very well. But look at who they chose to pick to work against the activists. This is what I said before. Guys, tools of the empire, tools of corporate America, when they really want to stick it to you, they're not going to use someone who's not like you. They're not going to use someone of a different race. They're going to use someone who look just like you. They're going to use them to stick it to you. And this is why I said, when they were talking about Target, we need to make a deal with you, put these products back on the shelf and da-da-da. This is why I said, don't be begging them. They made it very clear to you that they don't want it there. Why are you begging them? And now they turn around and they respond like this. Their response is, let's sign this young guy because he doesn't care about our politics. Let's sign this guy. See how easy that was? There's always one. The people who are begging Target right now, you have now turned into, you were the person begging the ex to come back, and the ex told you, you know, they don't want to come back. Now you're the person begging your ex to come back, and they already found somebody else. And the person that they found is Kai. And I found this interesting because, peep this, if you look at Kai, his background, his earlier background, check this out. Kai attended Frederick Douglass Academy. That's in Harlem. So like those comments and stuff that he made, it's not like he had not been around like Black Americans. That's in Harlem. Nina Turner went on to say, Target will do everything but the right thing. They act like we don't have more escalatory tactics to pressure them. Keep playing games, Target. Again, with the pressure. Why at this point, and she's talking about the Kai Cenat deal. Why at this point are you still trying to pressure somebody who don't want to dance with you? Target is playing in your faces and you still want to try to make something work with them. I just don't understand this. It's like the people who still want to try to make something work with the Democratic Party. I said it was an abusive relationship. Apparently people like abusive relationships. I don't get this. I don't get it. Is there something else going on here that I don't know about? Is there something else going on behind the scenes that I just don't know about? Why are they pushing this so damn hard? Why they can't just walk away? Eric said money. I don't get this, you guys. I do not get this at all. Because to me, all those people, smart, people with a plethora of resources, people who have large platforms, why aren't you trying to take all of that knowledge and resources together and say, you know what, all of us, we're going to get together and we're going to build our own Target. No, it's not going to be called Target, but we're going to build something like that. And we're going to get donors and we're going to make it happen. Why that's not the conversation? That's why it's suspect to me. This whole thing to me is very suspect. I just don't understand why you still want to try to dance with Target. It just makes me feel like there's something else going on behind the scenes. And it makes me wonder if some kind of deal been made with somebody. But let me find out. Hey guys, this was a Sabby clip. If you like what you saw, hit that like button and subscribe.